Hey y'all, Bryce back here at Nite Life Kennel. Today is morning number 3 of our Freedom Hunters bear hunt down here in Virginia. I've been doing this video a little bit different than I've done the previous videos. I've really been trying to stay out of the camera and make this hunt all about our guest, Mr. Chad McCoy. Chad is with the Air Force right now. He's done some great things for our country, and really it's our turn right now to pay our respects to him and just show how grateful we are for him and what he has done for us. So we have been treeing bear the last 2 days. We just have not come across that trophy bear that we're looking to get on for Chad to harvest. So I kind of just want to recap a little bit of yesterday. Yesterday was a good day, but it was a tough day. We ended up running and treeing a bear as a group. But if you guys haven't been able to catch on or understand how this bear hunting thing works, we have a bunch of hunters who have chipped in to help make this possible and are all trying to get this bear for Chad to harvest. So we've spread out across the mountain, and yesterday the bear that was treed happened to be on the other side of the mountain, just from where we were at, and by the time they got it treed and got down there, they realized that it was a smaller bear and it was also on private property. So by the time we got Chad wheeled around the mountain, got him over there, it started to rain. It was raining pretty hard. And also, you know, everything was just stacked against us. The bear was small, on private property. We couldn't get a hold of the landowner to go down there and try to harvest that bear. So we just opted not to walk down there in the pouring rain. You know, if there was no way that we could take the bear in any other circumstance. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on how that happened yesterday. I know it was a lot of riding around in the rain, talking, but that's a lot of what this bear hunting is. Our guest who's invited us to come out and he's been gracious enough to let us stay with him, Mr. Heath Hyatt. That's kind of how he explained it to us. He said bear hunting is 0 to 100 real quick. You're either doing nothing, hanging out, waiting on the dogs, or you are all out going as fast as you can to get to those dogs and get dogs packed into the race and hopefully get that bear up a tree. So we're really hoping that today we can get a bear up a tree for Chad that has some size to it, that he'll be able to harvest it. Heath's brought his good luck charm, his daughter Maddie. So hopefully we'll be able to get that done for Chad today. Thank you guys for sticking along with us. It's been a crazy 3 days. It's been really fun. And like I said, just hope we can get this done for Chad today because he deserves it with everything he's done for us. And we truly will not ever be able to say thank you enough to him for the work that him and all of the men and women in the armed forces have done for us. Stay tuned, guys. We'll try to make this a good one. Well, Chad, day 3, not much happening. What are you thinking?
Big things. Maddie says 10 o'clock, so that's where I'm going.
All right, so we got an hour to kill, and Maddie says these 3 dogs right here are gonna rig us a bear. Heath, you got hope? You got confidence?
We got a long time left today.
That's right. It's early.
All day.
Well, Chad and I are both carrying a Buckeye. We brought our other good luck charm, Maddie. Hopefully one of these things will work.
You said you did yours yesterday, didn't you? Last week, right?
Got one struck, Chad.
Which one's little dude? Little man. What was the other one?
Yeah, they're going right
You don't like it?
Alright guys, well, the video there didn't show up. We had a pretty strong rig. 3 dogs on top. Spook, Kate, and Jack, they all rigged pretty good. So cut Jack loose. He's the lead man. Went in there opened up. We cut Kate. Once she opened, we also cut Spook. So hopefully we'll be able to get in here, get on this bear, and see if we can't get Chad, be able to knock one out of the tree. Spook's trailing a bear. We think he's gonna cross this road. Did you hear that?
Who owns this? The guy I went to school with. Yeah, we're good.
Well, guys, we were just heading down here to get old Spook. He finally made his way back up here to us. He was getting ready to go up what they call the Cascades, which is about a 100-foot waterfall. And if he gets down there, we'd spend all day trying to catch him. So we went down there trying to round him up. Luckily, he came back to us pretty quick. We're gonna throw him and 2 other dogs back on top of the rig box and see if we can't strike up another. Alright guys, sounds like a group of plot dogs have struck a bear. We walking in here, see if we can't get a little closer. Guys, the bear has turned. Dogs turned it. Going back down the holler. We gotta get back out to the road and cut it off. we got to that tree. That tree was slick, but a couple of dogs went on across the road. Another group of hunters done packed them up. We can go see if we can't get this bear in a pin tree. The legend, Steve Fielder, coming up out of the woods, baby. We going to the tree. All right, guys. Well, like I said, when we were running out of there, that tree was slick. A couple of
Go, Fuzzy! Or go cross!
You can hear it. A couple of Heath dogs never stopped at that tree. They kept on going across the road, and a couple other hunters packed in all their dog box on them. So we still have a chance. Let's see what happens. Going to the tree, boys. Report on the radio says they got him treed. We'll see what we got when we get down there. All right, guys. Apparently dogs have this bear caught on the ground now. Everybody's dumped what they got. Here we go. The other dogs are 5:25 ahead. We going.
I just want to make sure nobody's on back. He's 174 yards.
Let me get right in here.
Oh, he's in that deep?
Yeah.
He's coming to us. Where's he going up?
He's going right here.
Guys, we are over a mile in this woods. We just crossed the creek. We're all soaked. Showing 183 in front of us. All right, guys, dogs just crossed the creek again. Whole pack of them. They coming. All right, guys, I just caught back up with Chad, who just had one exciting little adventure. I didn't know about this till after I found him, but Chad, why don't you tell everybody what just happened there?
Just went underwater, class 2 rapids with the 4570, and made it out alive, so happy to be here.
Yeah, I got
And we're still chasing.
excuse me, apparently slipped down in the rocks. Chad goes under, using that 4570 to help him swim out of those rapids you just saw in a couple of last segments. We're lucky nothing serious happened, but we went ahead and sent our guide Gus down there to see what the dogs got going on. We are in the thick of stuff. We're crawling on our hands and knees. This is rough. I have no idea how deep we are. I don't know how far we are from the truck, but
If we get this bear, it'll be a proud day.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we've treated this bear 3 times. He's jumped out on us or been slick. I'm not sure what's going on here, guys, but I'm gonna put the camera away for a while. We got one heck of an adventure for us back up to the truck, so stay tuned. Excuse me, we'll let you all know what happens. All right, guys, well, we just got back to Heath's house, and I just want to give you guys a little recap on what went down today. You can see in the last clip, Chad and I were in some very thick terrain down the Laurels, down there by Little Stony Creek. We didn't have a whole lot of room to move. We were kind of just waiting to see what the dogs were doing. Heath had a better vantage point. He was actually behind us. Chad and I were trying to get in front of that bear to turn it back up the mountain, and we never did get to see the bear, but Heath got to see some pretty interesting things, and he has a little theory on why we think we made a couple slick trees. So I'm going to let Heath start this out just at the first tree we made and just kind of explain the path and why we weren't able to harvest that bear for Chad.
Yeah, so we, the 3 dogs bought the bear over a ridge into a water holler that we were close to. So we were able to pack some dogs into that. They run down the ridge, cross the water holler, and eventually pulled up treed. We went into the tree, and it was slick. It was slick. So got to looking on the GPS. One of my young dogs wasn't there. He had turned and went up and back around the way they came. And anyway, he ended up crossing the road. Some other guys actually got up and packed him up, and they took it into some rough country. It's real rocky. It's ravinous where we're at. I mean, it's straight up and down, and it's rocky. There's a creek down through there, and the creek's rolling pretty good because we had a lot of rain yesterday. So we got down in there. They had it caught on the ground again. So he's easing into them the second time, and when we got down there, some dogs had pulled up slick again, and there was a group of dogs this time. There was 5 dogs that had went on down the creek. They were able to get those dogs off and repack them, and at that point in time when I got down and actually saw the bear. So it was on a little ridge before the creek. We got down to it, and it went over in the creek. So I had to top over the ridge, and when I did, they were literally in the creek fighting. He ran 2 dogs down the creek. He turned and come back up the creek and actually got one of the dogs, which we now know which one it was because he had a pretty good cut to his face. I'm surprised the dog wasn't drowned. I mean, it was pretty vicious. So the bear broke and crossed the creek, made a loop and started going down towards where Bryce and Chad and another guy, Gus, was. So I just kind of followed him behind him because I didn't have a gun with me. And we got down there, and the bear had actually crossed the creek in front of us again. So this time the dogs weren't on him as tight. So he come across the creek, and at that point in time, I ended up taking a swim and lost everything at that point. So
I think we all went for a swim today.
I got out of the race at that point. But anyway, the bear crossed the creek several times, zigzagging down the creek. The creek is high. It was knee deep to waist deep in several places, and it's a pretty good descent. The creek's dropping at the same time, so the creek's moving. And after, I don't know, I guess we were down in there 2 hours, they said.
It was a while.
Yeah, I mean, the bear just kept hanging the dogs up, and every time he would cross the creek, the dogs were getting, just a little bit further behind, So we ended up losing the bear, and we didn't get it. But that's a part of bear hunting.
Yeah. So guys, like I said, I just want to give you guys a little bit of recap. I was trying to do the best I could to stay as close and as tight to Chad as I could, since he did have the gun. He was our shooter. I wanted to get in there with all the action. You can see that we did cross that creek a couple times. Chad went for a swim. I went for a little swim. I think everybody went down there and went for a swim trying to get these dogs and this bear. But like I said, I just wanted to kind of explain this to you on why those first couple trees were slick, because I didn't think about that with the bear dogs.
Well, we actually didn't explain that. So what my conclusion is, and it's just a guess, but every time the dogs started to stop and fight, I think some of the dogs decided they'd rather tree than stay with the bear. And like I said, that happened. It happened twice, and then the last time they stopped again. Some of the dogs stopped on about a 5-foot ledge in there, and we caught some dogs there, and then Bryce and them had the rest of them on down the creek.
Yeah. So once again, like I said, just want to recap all that for you guys, let you know why we weren't able to get that bear harvested for Chad. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It was action-packed. It was intense. We were getting ready to call the day quits, and Gus and his dogs scrounged something up, and we cut the dogs a little bit late and ended up having a pretty exciting and adventurous day. So I hope you guys enjoyed these last 3 days of hunting with us. Like I said, we can't thank Chad and everything that he's done for our country enough, along with all the other men and women in law enforcement and that are in the armed forces. These guys, they're out here on the beat every day. I want to go ahead and thank Heath. He's a police officer here in his hometown, and he plays a big part in this. So thanks for having us. Thanks for being a great host, and hopefully we'll be able to come back in December and get a bear killed and get one harvested for Chad. So until next time, guys, 3-1 for us.